much same rules as truck on the rule book.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all sizes and ages, welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the first race of the season here with
Twice before.
the Gen 6 cars with High Velocity Racing League.
Standard rules pretty much across the HVRL series here.
On
Restart
screen, we have the starting grid for those who missed qualifying.
series. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Good luck. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. The stages at 24 and 48.
With the pole, we have Chris Weingar in the number 53, Brandon Dayhoff in the 51, Travis George in the 16, followed by Bryce Tucker in 4th, Bobby Grady in 5th, Matthew Chase in 6th,
To answer Tucker's question, I don't know if everybody had
Jace Keller in 7th,
but
William Kern in 8th,
announced green flag pit stops.
Zachary Tyler in 9th, and
Just be aware
the
of that.
top 10 rounding off is Sean Happy.
Post, what was your question?
Did anyone check Weingart for cheating?
I second that. We don't check that. Thank you. If we run out of gas, can we get a push on the track? Yes, for an L2 penalty for you and the pusher. Also, you can try to fake your pit entry under caution if you like, but if any of your car touches that commitment line, it's going to be a penalty. So just be aware of that as well. One traffic fair as well for everybody.
Currently, the drivers are in their meeting with race control. We will start this parade lap here shortly. If you guys just stand by, grab something to drink, popcorn, and hang out because this first race might be the most interesting one of the season. Stand by, and we will get this thing rolling here momentarily.
All right, 30 more seconds will go.
Obviously, this evening the race here is at Daytona International Speedway. The virtual weather is 80 degrees with 48% chance of rain. We'll top that out about 20% humidity, so track conditions could be a little bit iffy. With the winds, I would say out of the northeast at 6 mile per hour. It's a 2.5 mile track. I will get details on the race length here shortly.
All right, guys, we're going to go. Good luck, everybody.
All right, tonight's race is 80 laps with stages at lap 24 and lap 48. That beautiful sunset shining here in Daytona, Florida.
While driving?
Get your cameras out. It's going to be a beautiful evening.
No, I don't. I think it's just going to be streamed. I don't think we're going to broadcast.
pardon the gray cars. We are getting everyone's paints lined up for this evening, so we don't have anyone running a sponsor they didn't get paid for. So. All right, looks like the pace car is going to dip off here in a second. Pace car is in.
Ready, green, green, green.
And the green flag is out. We are underway here at Daytona International Speedway for the first race of the season here with the Gen 6 Series. And it looks like you have Day Off and Weingart already going at it here. The guys are lining up, finding out where they need to be, see who's going to be able to draft off them or not. And it looks like the 16 of Travis George is linking up right there on Weingart's bumper. Looks like Dayhoff jumps in the front of Weingart back there, and now he is taking the first place position here. Going into turn 3, Dayhoff looks like he's got the speed to get this thing done, but can he pull it off? Looks like the 15 gets a little bit of that wall back there coming out of turn 2. He finds his way right back into the pack. The 71 of Matthew Chase hard on the bumper of Jace Keller, trying to get that outside line going there, and he just pushes him, looks like a little bit too hard, and creates space there. Hopefully Chase can get that line back, unless I thought he was going to go for outside there, but I think Chase knows he's got to get some draft going on that outside line. That inside with Dayhoff in front seems to be pulling away from the rest of the pack, leaving that outside line high and dry. And Yeah.
I'd hook him.
I'm giving you this race number one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The internet crashed for a second.
You good, Chase?
Oh, it looks like the 16 there of Travis George looks to get on the bumper there, crossing the 53 of Weingar there to get a little loose. But Weingar maintains it back and hops right back up there on Dayhov's bumper. And it looks like that outside line has not given up without a fight. It looks like Grady, Tucker, and Chase all linked up, and they're making a push back to take this race back on that outside line, and there they go. Those guys get a little loose up there. They're talented enough to keep it up, though.
I do not know. Hell of a save, Tucker.
Looks like we have got a lot of Justin Nava fans here in the chat, so I'm going to take a peek back here at Nava, and well, there he is. Let's take a look in car real quick. In Nava, he looks like he's holding steady. It looks like he's just got caught back into some traffic there, but these guys back here in the back, I think they stayed together. They can catch that pack, but I'm sure they're hoping for a caution to catch back up. But with the way these guys are driving, the professionalism and skill, I highly doubt you will see a caution this race, and I will knock on wood for that, because we want these guys to start out this season on the right track. We'll hop back up here to that outside line. Seemingly looks like they are falling behind, and I feel like those guys, if they don't get a push here, I would desperately be trying to get in that inside lane if I was in the car, because seeing those cars roll by you on the other side of your car, it's a little heartbreaking, I would say, because I've been in that. But we do, ladies and gentlemen, have a new leader. The number 1 of Bobby Grady takes over the spot from Dayhoff. Let's see if Bryce Tucker can swing that outside and give that outside lane a run for their money, and they do. Tucker and Chase are off to the races, but Tucker dipped out, left Chase high and dry there on the outside, but can he maintain that pace and hold up with traffic here? Let's see how they go here into turn 2. You got Tucker out front of Grady. Matthew Chase holding on for dear life, trying to get that outside line. Those 4 guys are still holding strong there on the outside, hoping that they can squeeze it real tight and let it loose around here in turn 3 and 4. And it looks like they scoot inside, and Chase finally takes over that first spot with Kern right behind him. And it looks like those guys are Siamese twins, Siamese twin cars. So they are stuck together. I think that they are in this one to win it until, obviously, it comes down to the wire. But it looks like they have some great momentum going into turn 4 down the tri-oval. We'll see how these guys span out here trying to gain position.
One pity. One out pity.
81 pity.
Looks like we're coming up here on some green flag pit stops. Let's see who all decides to go in, and it looks like it's going to be quite a few. Got Tucker, Grady. See a couple of those other guys hiding back there. 29 of Zachary Tyler, and that leaves Chase still leading the chase out here with his boy Kern. I'm going to call him his boy this race because these guys look like they are
71. 53.
they're on the same page out here.
16,
31 pity.
Already got some more green flag stops coming in. Looks like the rest of the field but one car decides to bring it in. Oh, 31 Kern gets a little bit loose coming into his stall. And that is unfortunate, and that may cost him a few positions here. But we have the Lone Ranger, the 95, out here. Does he have Nas? He is flying in first place. I don't know if he's going to contain that position, but he might have to pit here along with everyone else. But it's looking like it's going to be Dayhoff taking back that first position. That early pit could be the key. And the rest of the guys end up coming in. He might have wanted to get a couple points for that lead lap. I am not sure what happened to Dayhoff there, but those guys who pitted the second time around are back up front. The only two we're missing that I've been keeping my eyes on is Chase and Kern. And they look like they are once again rolling together.
apologies, everyone.
Alright, let's take a look real quick at one of the biggest movers of the race so far. That is going to be the number 99 of Sean Wilder. Now I think he knows whose bumper to glue onto here. He is riding Brandon Dayhoff's rear. And they got a group of guys right there, 5 cars, who all know what to do in a situation like this. This would be the second group behind the lead group of Tucker, Grady, and Tyler up here at 1, 2, and 3. It looks like Tucker here is coming up on the lap car of Wagner, and Jace Keller is trying for the life of it to stay on that lead lap. And Tucker eagerly looks like he's trying to put him a lap down.
Caution's out. You hear any static? Like somebody was keying up on your
Alright, we got a caution flag.
10-4.
I'm not sure where that caution came out. But the best thing about live television is you can take a look back real quick. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm wrong. That's the stage, ladies and gentlemen. First stage is over, and Tucker gets the stage win. I kind of figured that nobody calls the caution here. I forgot about stages. My apologies. So I will say, Mr. Jace Keller, the 48, got lucky on that one. He had Tucker hot on his heels, so he will get pretty much a chance to catch back up and chance to win this race. Looks like Tucker here wants to do a victory burnout for stage one. and it looks to me that most of the field is pitting, and you have the 1 and 2 still hanging out on the track. Grady in the 2 and Tucker in first.
Lucky dog on the high side.
Now, while we let these guys go through pit, let's take a look at who has the best time for that first stage here. And the unofficial fastest lap of stage 1, I think, is going to have to go to the number 99 of Wilder with a 45.47.
Why is there such a big gap? Let's go and want to drink. Come on, get up there.
You got like a mile and a half left. Right up front. All right.
It's the one that says ignition, Wilder.
Weird. I didn't know you was in sports tonight. No, I sports didn't start.
Ah,
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pace car is in.
Green flag.
The green flag is out, and we are underway with stage 2 here for the first race of the first season of Gen 6 here at High Velocity Racing. Oh, we have the 99 of Wilder going off track, taking somebody else with him. I couldn't see that. But They corrected. They are back up. Looks like they dropped back a few spots. I believe that was the 54 of Randy. Looks like the 31 there got into the 71 of Chase. Got him a little sideways, but they're still rolling in a straight line.
Ooh, that was close.
That was Chris, not me, Bob. Looks like we have a couple guys off track making some green flag stops. The number 1 of Grady, Tucker, and 57 of Wagner making some green flag stops here on lap 34. Man, Don Miller there looked like he tagged that wall back there.
coming out of turn 2.
That might have been my fault.
KT McCann with the move down to first. And once again, you have the 71 and 31 of Chase and Kern making that move once again to the front of the pack there on the outside.
Yeah, I'm feeling about the same.
And I believe I missed something there with the 71 at Chase. He fell back a decent ways from where he was at in the third position down to the 13. Oh, and there goes. Looked like the 48 of Chase Keller. I believe he just got a little sideways and dove off there in the infield and shot up and hit that wall. He's making his way through the infield. Look at those rear. Looks like he's all messed up. No caution on the field. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened there with Killer. Oh, looks like the 17 got up under him and he just threw him off the track. He looked like Bubba Wallace this Sunday. And that is unfortunate there for the 48. Looks like the number 17 got a little payback from that one. He went off the track also. Let's take a look at what happened here. I think things are starting to get a little dicey here as we get a little later on. It looks like he aimed for the pits, but he decided he didn't want to. So that's all that was. Now it looks like we have a plethora of guys coming in for more green flag pits at lap 42. About halfway through, I think they're trying to get a couple stops in before that stage comes out. And that'll leave KT McCann in the number 95 Mickey D's car out in first once again, with Kern hot on his heels. And I don't see Chase anywhere around Kern, so I don't know what plan they got going on with this one.
Going low or high, Cookie. Whatever your option, what you're most comfortable with, I can go high.
And it looks like those two are finally going to come in for their pit. And the 31 of Kern does not make it in. I think he might have locked up those brakes a little bit too hard there coming in the pit. And that's going to leave the new grid out here starting lap. Going to be lap 44, starting out with Tyler, Grady, Tucker, Sean, Happy, Weingar. All in that group there that's going to be leading the next couple laps here.
Caution's out. All right, buddy, in a couple laps by yourself there, how'd it feel?
Checking up for pace car. Checking up for pace car.
All right, and that will do it for the end of stage 2. With Grady taking the win there in stage 2, Tucker on his heels, and Tyler in 3rd, Sean Happy in 4th, and Weingar topping out the top 5 for stage 2.
It slows down, right? People can get through if that happens. You look at when
I'm going to hop in here, see if I can get the number 31 of Kern here and see what he has to say here while we are under this stage 2 caution. Hey, Kern, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, man?
Hey, this is Tim up in the broadcast booth. I just wanted to reach out and see how everything is going down there with you.
First time in the car on a super speedway. It's definitely interesting. It's the loosest heck in the draft. Hard to hang on to it, but everybody's doing a great job. No cautions so far, other than the stages. So we're all having fun.
Yeah, it's getting a little boring up here with no cautions, but I appreciate it. So I did notice you and Chase. You said it doesn't drive very well. You and Chase, you guys seem to be doing a pretty good job there, holding it down in the outside lane, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Chase is good to draft with. It's all about how the other driver can handle it. Again, I'm new to these cars. I don't know if Chase is or not, but I'll get used to it pretty quick. I'm kind of feeling around what I can and cannot do with it. Pushing in the corners, you can, but you got to be really careful. Which I found out I almost wrecked somebody doing it. But yeah, it's a learning experience for a lot of us. A lot of us haven't even touched this car before, so it's going to be interesting the rest of the race, I'm sure.
I gotcha. And one more question for you. Was that pit entrance intentional, or did you miss? Did you?
No, I braked a little too hard there at the end and got sideways. That's another thing with these cars. They're easy to brake too hard and the back end kicks out on you. And it's all about speed coming into pit road there. You want to make it as quick as you can and slow down the last second. But so far, my first 2 pit stops here have not been good. So hopefully this last one will be the bank.
I'm hoping for you. So, but shiny side up, and I hope you finish this race. I hope you I'm rooting for you top 1.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Have a good broadcast.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Good luck. All right, so that was the 31 of William Kern. First time in the car. I think he's doing pretty good. Keep an eye on him, though. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Looks like he's got potential. Looks like he needs some sponsors, so if anyone out there gets some paint for that car, I'll throw in $5. Let's check in here with Nava. I can't get a hold of him, but it looks like he has moved up a pretty decent amount there since the first stage, so keep an eye on him. I'm pretty sure he's glad to be where he is, considering where he was when this started, way back there in the back. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's an endurance race out here, so yeah, I'm impressed with Nava. I will give my own interview. Good job, and keep it up, Nava. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pace car is off. We got
Ready,
Grady
green
Tucker
flag.
up front. The green flag is out. And here we are for the final stage of the first race of the season here at Daytona International. And it looks like Grady is off the rip. Post and Tucker right behind him. And it looks like Kern has found somebody else to draft with. And it looks like he is holding it up pretty well there up front. And there it is, the sighting of Chase Matthews up there right once again in the outside line with him and Kern. Once again, Nava on the inside of those guys. He is up there keeping his line. He finally has some guys he can get behind and push. And we're going to see what he can do with that. And there's Chase again with that hefty push there on Kern. And they're once again back there. I can't get enough of it. On the outside line, pushing and doing everything they can to get that bad boy rolling. And I'm almost certain that it's going to get just that. It's going to get rolling. Because behind him, you got the 78 and the 53 of Hunt and Weingar. Followed by, it looks to be, George. And behind him, Wilder. And all those guys are notable for driving these cars to the best of their ability. And Miller back there to wrap up that outside line. It looks like we've gone single file here with the first 5 cars or so. But it looks like Kern and Matthews are still holding strong to that outside lane, as it looks to be Sean Happy pulling up, trying to give them some assistance to get that bad boy moving. It looked like Jace Keller has dipped off into the pit. I'm not sure if that's a normal stop, but it looks like he's back on it and he is out, so maybe he must have grabbed a little bit of fuel that he forgot to grab on that stage. Usually that happens. That last stage, they usually cheat you a little bit to get you out there, but
I knew you would. That's why I jumped up here.
and look at it, it's Sean Happy, William Kern, and Chase making that move on the outside. The 52 is gunning for the lead. And Kern with another hefty push. Oh, and it looks like, I would say KT McCann takes a rough slide to the inside with that apron there. But he's back in it. they're almost going 3 wide. No, Kern gets into him, sends him off the inside. I saw him get squirrely there for a second. Kern looked like he bumped down into Tucker, and they're both off track. Let's see where they're back on now, but that was a little scary. That's heartbreaking there for Tucker because he's been pulling hard this whole race. And look at the 1 and 2. Sean Happy and Chase Matt. And you got Grady back there pushing hard on Sean. And you got Jace Keller once again on the verge of being a lap down, sticking to the outside line. He knows these guys are going to fly right by him as much. Looks like he gets some contact trying to stay out of harm's way, and he hits the wall a few times. And we're still green here. 21 laps to go here for the inaugural race of the season. Oh, no.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Oh,
Around the course of that
man.
last run, did you see any rubber laying down at all?
Don Miller taken out. I missed who the other guy was who came up into him, but we're gonna pull that back here in a second. That's unfortunate for Miller. The in-car car seems to be working fine. I'm not sure if suspension or arrows messed up. It looks like that left rear quarter seems a little banged up. Let's see if we can get a shot from on that side.
I'll say sorry, John, but I didn't want to get that.
Yeah, it looks fine. Looks fine to me. I mean, I guess it could have been just that paint job. But let's go back here and see what caused that.
Put our bumpers together.
It looks like the 29 got on the outside bumper and just hit him right into the wall. That is unfortunate for Miller. All right, caution is out, and we got quite a few guys rolling into the pits. We got a couple going to stay out. Let's go back and get a different view there on that accident, that caution flag with Miller. And man, that was a hard hit. The flaps deploy, and he locks him up. I believe he's going to have to roll in there and get some new tires after that one, for sure. And they're in and out. I'm not sure if they probably just got fuel. Miller probably got a couple tires, but he is out as well. And it looks like the 48 may have got the lucky dog to get a lap on these guys. That's the only reason somebody would pass the pace car. And it looks like Kern may have just come out of the pit. And he's trying to play catch up too. He said, the pace car is not catching me today. I am not going a lap down. All right, the pace car is in.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. And we have Hunt, Tyler, Pose, Pendergrass, and Brady, the top 5 to start after the caution. Looks like Tyler's going for the block up high. Ooh, and sends the 17 down the track, and we are about to see a caution come out here.
Caution is out, caution is out. Get a look at your temps, make sure everything looks okay.
I guess on Bobby, I blocked the other back wrong. I just didn't want to just switch to one. Base car, yeah, I think I was in the back middle.
And it looks like we have another round of cars coming into the pit.
Okay, I'm gonna inside.
My guess, probably just fuel. They are in and out.
Why is it inside?
And it looks like Josh Parker, the 81, led the pit race there.
He's also not very smart.
The real question is why the outside?
Better be on the inside of it.
That's just gross.
Who did you pass there?
Himself.
It was 57. It was because he passed
Good thing is,
left one for left side.
I can't babysit him all the way up here.
I believe it's the deal.
no, this ain't no art series. This is real stuff.
What was that?
All right, the pace car is off.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. And 12 laps to go here at Daytona. At the bottom of the screen, you can see the battle for first place. You have Randy Post, number 54, up 18 positions since the start of the race. If that's not a Cinderella story for this inaugural race, I don't know what is. 53 down to the inside line. But Post better watch out because Tucker is hot on his heels. Across the start finish, and we have 10 laps to go here. And Grady and Sean happy with the push to first. And Wilder sliding by him on the outside. And Wilder has help from Nava and Kern on the outside at the 16 of Travis George trying to get that outside line going in there 3 wide. Coming through the tri-oval. Oh, no.
There better be some real fucking problem out there to throw the damn caution. Big crash. Earl, if you could, I had no idea
And
what was happening there.
Kern.
Pit 4.
It was all Post's fault, not letting me in.
You gotta be clear, man.
And the 5th caution will come out with 9 laps to go here.
Don't you need to go to the restroom, Post?
No, I did that before this. I don't drink anymore, so I don't gotta go.
Why you did?
Let's take a look at what happened back here.
I played. There's a 71 damage.
And it looks like the 48 just got up under Kern's bumper and turned him sideways, and that just caused what looks to be chaos there in the back with a lot of guys involved in that.
Sorry, guys. My car won't drive. Anybody can't keep up, let me know.
Let's take another look here.
I think we're all set now, Sean. 16 hit that road.
Yeah, I got a pit. I think I'm gonna get a pass under caution.
You got any more speed in that thing, Austin?
Oh, yeah. Check the packer. Yeah, we're still waiting on the 71 car.
That is
Good job, Austin.
unfortunate. And Dayoff got caught up in that as well.
All right, I need the 71 to pass me. Can I pit or y'all will clear it or what?
We'll clear it. It's clearable.
They didn't clear though.
And that's going to shuffle things up here with 8 laps to go. It looks to me like everybody from that accident on back dove into the pits. Maybe use their one final fast repair if they got one left. But it is Daytona. Anything can happen. 7 laps to go. You never know.
There's no counter. Correct.
It sounds like Wilder's up here saving fuel, cutting the ignition off, letting her coast.
Job here to get it 4X out of it.
Tucker, you're right there.
Now we're good, Sean.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try this one more time. As the pace car gets ready to fall off. And the starter with a green flag in hand, and it is down. Wilder with the jump on Grady. Grady with the momentum passing him on the outside. He's got help from post. And Dayhoff finds his way up into the 4th position. And it looks like the outside line is still struggling. And there will be one more caution flag. Oh my gosh. Zachary Tyler, the 29.
Caution.
We might need to call an ambulance for that guy.
Lucky you got it. Why I don't throw that.
And there he goes. Tokyo drifting back to pit lane. Let's take a look at that. What caused that caution there?
Nava. That's my bad on that.
See if we can get a different camera angle. And
Look what it did to me, man. Look at my car. My steering wheel upside down completely, and I can't. I'm looking at the grandstand when I'm driving. Sunday.
it looks like the 15 got Wilder, sent him up into the 54 post, and that just caused all of it. I don't know where else to look. It looks like the 29 got the brunt of it there. And Sean Wilder from the bottom to the top.
What?
Just for this to...
I thought you were going in.
Poor Sean. Oh, the 25. That's what sent the 29 flying.
I'm having old guy bladder issues right now.
So the 29 comes up on the track, and I think, I'm not sure if anyone got into him. Maybe he just, his car's so damaged that he said he wrecked again. But that is a sweet shot right there. We'll put that on the thumbnail. All right, back to the race. Let's go live. And he's still drifting that thing. We need to get the 29 of Tyler award for longest drift at Daytona. I think he might make it to the pits.
I think the car's a little sideways there, too.
All right, let's focus here.
Sorry, I have to stay close.
All right, for the final time, hopefully the pace car is off the track.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out. 3 laps to go. And Mr. Happy jumps out in front. Right behind him. Nava's holding up third for all the Nava fans in the chat. Grady on Nava's bumper. He wants this win. If Nava can pull this off. Looks like you got Tucker and Grady with Kern right behind him. He's got us so fixed up. Finally, he's back in the outside line. And we're going 3 wide for the first, second, and third position. And they thread the needle with Nava falling back. And there is some guys going off track behind. But I think it's the last lap. We're going to stay green. And you got Sean Happy and Grady out front coming through the tri-oval. And it looks like it's going to be another wreck with Grady, it looked like, taking that unofficial, and poor Nava is just getting hammered back there at the start-finish line. Unofficial results for the race is Grady, Happy, Kern. That's the top three. The rest is undecided because of that crash at the start-finish.
Get that monkey off. 1/1000th of a second, John. He got you by that much. Dude, I knew it was close. What was the bump? I got you.
No, you're all good, bro. Daytona, they're pushing the left side.
Well, that is it. It is official. Bobby Grady, the number one, gets the number one. Who would have known? Sean Happy in 2. William Kern in 3. Justin Nava, the biggest mover of the race, up 14 positions to get to the 4th spot. And Bryce Tucker for top 5.
John, boss, I tried, man. Had a guy cut underneath the yellow line to get me coming through green for white. I left this start.
Oh no, it was a great run, dude. I'm just happy. Heck, Bobby got his first win. That makes me happy. I appreciate it.
Yep, good win, Bobby.
Join us, Kern. Then you get third. Yeah, come on, buddy.
All right, we are waiting for some guys to hop in the broadcast booth for post-race interview. Stand by.
All right, starting it off here, William Kern in the number 31. You come home in the 3rd position. Heck of a race. You know, I dumped you out of the line one time, so I apologize for that, first of all. But bringing it home 3rd in the first Gen 6 race, how you feeling after the Daytona race?
These cars are a freaking handful, man.
I know.
Holy crap, they're a handful. I'm good at super speedways. It's a love-hate relationship. I love doing them, but they hate me all the time. Like, I get wrecked all the time. And as far as you getting into me, it was just It is what it is, man. Yeah, I kept it clean. I mean, I think I got a little damage out of it, but nothing major. And then luckily the caution came out like a few laps after that and got me caught back up. Yeah, these cars are insane, man. Like, you come into the turn and they don't turn.
No.
Like you got to actually let off the throttle a little bit, especially if you're on the high side, because you'll kiss that wall.
Yeah, I say we were running the high side, you and me, for most of the race. And I can't tell you how many times I had to get out of it. I mean, we had a lapper on the high side, and I had to completely bail out of the throttle coming off of 4. And I don't know if you were in the line at that point or if that was around when the caution. No, it was after the caution that you caught back up to us. But yeah, it was nuts. I didn't remember how tight and how difficult these cars were. But man, oh man, that was an interesting race. Tell me, how did? Looks like you took it 3 wide down the backstretch to put yourself in position to even have a shot at this podium. I mean, you know how Daytona is. Was that just making moves at the end of the race basically for you?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, so one thing I did learn with this car too is that you can get one heck of a run. Like I think I topped out at 206, 205 or 206. It's pretty much if you got the group in front of you. And you really don't even need anybody behind you. If you can get a good enough gap, you'll get a big run. And as long as you can make it 3 wide and do it clean, you're fine. But if you're in the middle, I mean, it's gonna, with that big wing on the back of these cars, it's gonna be like a hitting a brick wall for the most part. But it worked out. There at the end, I think 7 and 6 got together a little bit, which is unfortunate, but. That at least got me 3rd place. It's a tough car, man. Like I don't want to get on super speedways with this thing again. Holy crap!
Well, I think we have at least one more anyway. So
yeah,
Talladega.
Not looking forward to it.
All right. Well, we got Rockingham on the schedule next week for 165 laps. That's a big race. How you feeling about the Rock?
To be 100% honest with you, man, I've only been in this car I think 2 other times, and they were all on just regular speedways, 1.5 miles. They're tough. I mean, they're tight. You got to keep track of your tires. I don't know. It's gonna be a full learning experience for me with this thing, man. But it's gonna be fun to do it. We seem to have a pretty good group out here. We were caution free for quite a while, at least until after 2nd stage, and then. Everybody was ready to go at that point. So, and it's Daytona. Honestly, we had a lot less cautions when I thought we were going to.
Yeah. All right. Well, anybody want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys up in the booth, especially you, Tim. Pride and Trust Painting is the sponsor. Hey, anybody looking to get some actual die-cast cars, custom die-cast cars, look up Shenko, Shenco on Facebook, man. These guys did one up for me. They're not cheap, but they are well made. It looks like it came right from the factory, dude. They are awesome.
All right. Well, we will let you go. We will see you next week at the Rock.
All right. Have a good one.
And that is 3rd place. And then next up, my teammate in this one, Gen 6. How about it, Happy? It's P2. You had a battle at the line side by side, and you are on the wrong end of it. How you feeling, though, after that race?
I'm okay, because coming into here, I really wasn't expecting much. I mean, a lot of these guys are all really good drivers coming up from trucks. I know I'm going to have my hands full in this Gen 6 series. So to get some stage points in, then finish with a P2, I'll take that on opening Daytona week, any day of the week. It'll give me a little boost going into Rockingham, which I clearly need more practice at. So
I think it's going to be a learning experience for a lot of people. I've driven this car before, but it has been 3 years, and I think I said that in our team chat before we got going on this. This car is a handful, and Will said the same thing beforehand. So, what was your mindset throughout the race? I mean, I know there's a lot of learning going on, but what was your mindset through the race?
We have some pretty good teammates with you and Travis George, the honorary teammate of Wilder, and then Chris, So able to talk with those guys and kind of figure out a game plan on the field and what high line, low line working was definitely a good help. I wish I could have had some more teammates up there at the end, but it is what it is. I think most of us got some stage points, so I think we did okay as a team. But these cars, yeah, man, they are fun and they are a handful. I think it's going to be a tough and fun season. Whoever made that schedule, man, does not like everybody, I don't think, with some of these tough tracks coming up.
The one that made the schedule wanted a challenge. This is what that schedule is. That's what this car is. And I think you would agree with that. But a lot of side drafting going on. I noticed that you were pinching down a lot when you were on the high line. Very important in this car, wouldn't you say?
Man, I was really, that top line was losing a lot of momentum throughout most of the race. Then when I decided to really pinch those guys down and get that side draft, I was able to stay with them without a lot of help behind me. So I kind of just stuck with that. That side draft really helped kind of keep me up there for a little bit. But yeah, no, I was just happy to come away with it. Really happy for Bobby to get that monkey on his back, get his first win. I mean, he was up there most of the race, so congrats to Grady there.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about Rockingham. Big race coming up, 165 laps, and a long night ahead of us when we get there to Rockingham. You said you got some practice on it. How you feeling?
Not very well. I did some Iowa. I think I'm gonna like Iowa. I even did some Sonoma, and these cars are barely planted at Sonoma, way better than the next gen. So, and I rode them next gens around for 50 laps, so shouldn't be too bad to get through this. Rockingham, probably not. It's during the day. It's going to be hot. I just had to put some more practice on it because these cars do get tight. So definitely going to have to use that brake pedal and get the bias honed in to where I like it.
All right. Well, anybody want to shout out before we let you go?
Just you guys, man, doing a great job. Appreciate Tim running the stream. Everything looked great, man. Can't wait to go back and watch it.
All right.
Hey,
happy. We'll get
thanks, Sean. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, we will get you out of here, and we'll catch you next week at Rockingham.
All right, thank you.
And last night in the Truck Series, Bobby Grady finished P2, and tonight he gets that monkey off his back, his first win here in the Gen 6 car. Bobby, I know we're not teammates in this league. We were teammates last night, but congratulations on the race win. How you feeling after that?
Man, been a while coming. That was crazy at the end, and I started out that last restart, and I somehow was in third. So I seem to have some way of screwing it up every time, and luckily I was able to get it up to speed and catch up to those guys. And then Happy and I battled at the end there, and I side drafted him a little bit and then bumped him, and it was just enough to give me the win.
Hey, sometimes just that little bit is all you need, and it got you the race win, locks you into the playoffs. You're the first one in, so how you feeling the rest of the way? I mean, are you going to try to be just as aggressive and try to get these race wins under your belt?
Well, now you can be aggressive. You ain't got to worry about it. But, yeah, it's just I love these cars. I bought one just before the season started, and they're just fun to drive. And I didn't change tires the whole time, kind of giving out some strategy there. But, kind of helped to free up the car a little bit, I think. And, I don't know what happened the wreck before where I think it was Wilder kind of got in the side, and I thought I had damage, thought about pitting. I'm like, God, I'm just going to stay out here and see what happens. And luckily I stayed out.
Yeah, it looked like it was a checkup happening on the bottom. The bottom had been really accordioning a lot there in the end of the race, speaking from experience being on that bottom. But yeah, the high side seemed like it had some speed there for you. I mean, you were on the bottom a lot, but you did find your way to the top a few times as well. Which did you prefer, that high side or the bottom?
Yeah, the bottom it's safer, but the top was just faster. If you could get in line and side draft, I had some teammate work and going on with Bryce and Randy a couple times, and when you get locked in like that and get a good push, like certain people like yourself obviously know how to push, and that helps a bunch. But when they get strung out, you're not getting no momentum. It sucks. But yeah, I was doing real well in the top. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, we go to Rockingham next week. I don't know how much experience you have with the Rock, but we got 165 laps there, and it is during the daytime, so it's going to be probably pretty slick. But you know how this car is now; it likes to brake tight. So, what's your thought process going into Rockingham?
Don't know. Never had it there. I've been in the trucks there once, and just gonna go figure it out and have fun. I mean, it's a good group of guys, and it's fun racing and everything else. So just go see what happens.
All right. Well, anybody want to shout out Mr. Grady before we let you go?
Yeah, of course, all you guys that run this league, and Happy, Kern Fontaine, yourself, and everybody. My teammates, Bryce, Christian, Randy, and then, of course, I always want to thank my wife because she lets me do this. And, yeah, just happy to get that monkey off the back and get that win.
All right. Well, Mr. Grady, we will see you. We'll see you on Sunday and for the truck race. But you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful night. Congratulations on the win.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Tim, we appreciate you for broadcasting this tonight. And, we'll go through the race results real quick. Bobby Grady comes home in the first position with Sean Happy-Happick in P2, William Kern in third. Bryce Tucker brings it fourth with Justin Nava rounding out the top five. Brandon Dayhoff sixth, Sean Wilder seventh, myself in the eighth position. Chris Weiniger rounds out ninth position with Cameron Pendergrass in the top 10. KT McCann in 11th with Caleb Hunt 12th. Randy Post 13th. Don Miller 14th. Travis George 15th position. Josh Parker 16th position in the last car on the lead lap. And then we got a handful of drivers. Zachary Tyler in 17th. Jace Keller in 18th. Christian Wagner 19th. And Austin Johnson shotgun on the field in the 20th position. So, Tim, that was Daytona International Speedway. First race of the Gen 6, the inaugural season for the Gen 6 car. And tomorrow, you get to get back on the track here in the ARCA car. How you feeling about the ARCA series race here?
I'm ready to get at it. I didn't do so hot yesterday in the trucks, but the caliber is not as great, so I'm ready for it.
All right. Well, stay tuned for that. That is going to be tomorrow night, the beginning of the inaugural season for the ARCA series at High Velocity Racing League. Friday night is the beginning of the round of 8 for the Cup Series and their playoff run. And it's an all-new run starting at Watkins Glen. So that will be an interesting race there as well. For everybody here at High Velocity Racing League, we will see you tomorrow night for some ARCA Series action.